Anyway, look, I'm going to tell you something. The world is a crazy place. This weekend, something odd happened. It was Monday, May 31st, 2010. I want anyone listening to this show who's an astronomy buff or into images of the sun. I've never seen anything like this in all of my decades on Earth. I'm sitting on the back of my boat in San Francisco. It was Monday, May 31st, 2010 at 2:13 p.m. Pacific time. A monster halo appeared around the sun, and I thought that I was imagining it. And it got larger. It was an amazing, either it was a halo or a corolla, I don't know what it was. And I said to the individual I was with that if I were a primitive, I'd be making a blood sacrifice to the sun god, because I had never seen anything like this in my entire life. So I was wondering, what did I witness? Was it a sun halo? Was it a corolla? I didn't know what it was. So I figured I'd put it on the radio show today if there's somebody out there who can help me with it. Remember, Monday, May 31st, 2010 at 2:13 p.m. What did I see? And I'm going to ask you news junkies something. Did something happen on May 31st, 2010, around 5 o'clock East Coast time? Or somewhere in Europe, did something happen at that time? When was the Israeli boat with the Palestinian, the terrorist thing? When did that happen, exact time-wise? When did that bungled job happen? Does anyone know the exact time of that? Because something happened and God was involved. I saw it with my own eyes. I'm a man, very scientific and all of that. But there's a part of me that's extremely primitive. There's a part of me that hasn't yet evolved. Let me show you today. 4:30 in the morning, I'm sleeping soundly, and I started hailing skunk again. I have this constant problem. A few years ago, if you listened to the show, remember, I had a skunk problem, and many of you told me what to do, antifreeze, this and that. I didn't want to, have the skunk die a horrible death, because even skunks have children. I figured, all right. So I got a skunk trapper years ago, and he got rid of him. Never bothered again. Now the skunk's back. It's plaguing me, driving me insane. So they caught a skunk the other day across the street with a trap. Now the his wife is back, or son or daughter, and he sprays me at 5:30. I almost choked to death. I got so angry I didn't know what to do, because I don't know where the skunk is. So I had a choice. I could have stayed there with my heart pounding with the windows closed. Instead, I got dressed and I drove into San Francisco. I told you I stay in different places at night, sometimes in the city, sometimes in a county across the bay. I come into the city at 5:30 in the morning, and I figured, all right, it's better driving on an empty road and just cool down, breathe the air, blah, blah, blah. And it was nice. There was no traffic. It was beautiful, actually. Seeing the fog blowing in over the Sausalito was gorgeous. Early in the morning is a pleasure, and I always think something happens to me for a reason. Always for a reason. I can't say what the reason was yet. Anyway, I come in, and I want breakfast. So I said, well, you have a choice now. You have an excuse to poison yourself by going to one of the local downtown hotels, and you can eat the buffet. And you know what you're going to wind up doing. You're going to eat the greasy potatoes. You're going to eat the ham. You're going to eat 10 eggs. And then you're going to be guilty for the rest of the month that you poisoned your arteries, so you can't do that. So everything I wanted to do, I couldn't do. So I said, all right, I'll do it. I eat my normal Spartan diet. I go down to Safeway, and I buy a couple of bagels, and I buy cans of tuna. Yes, I made my own tuna. And then I come back upstairs, and I make my normal Spartan breakfast. Tuna fish on a bagel with a tomato on it. All right, it was fine. It filled the stomach, and I didn't get poisoned. I got my omegas and this and that. I don't know what happened to me, but I turned over the Safeway bill. I never do this. I swear to God, I'm not cheap. And I look at the back. They have ads on the back of these little tags from the supermarket. And this caught my eye. It was the name of a Chinese restaurant. Now, I'm a guy fixed in my own habits. I am fixed in my habits. I don't really I don't go to new restaurants. I go to the same old Chinese restaurant I know for 30 years. It's the one that glues my lips together after I eat in there, but I do it so seldom it doesn't matter. I go to the same Italian restaurants because I know the owners. So this one says, I'm not going to give you the name. It says, XY restaurant in Chinatown, authentically spicy. Master chef cooked for multiple Chinese leaders. So that caught my attention. Master chef cooked for multiple Chinese leaders. It said, come and experience the heat. 10% off. No, I'm not at the point where I actually gave him the coupon. I didn't want the 10% off. Because I know one thing about the Chinese restaurants. If I had walked in like Mr. Yold, Mr. American Moron, and I said, here's a coupon, I can guarantee you, if I gave them the 10% off in advance, I can guarantee you what would have been in there wouldn't have been fresh fish. Let's put it to you that way. Anyway, I go in, so I say, well, what's your cuisine? He says, Szechuan. The girl says, Szechuan. Now, normally I eat Hunan, or I eat a similar kind of food, Shanghainese, Chinese. So this is Szechuan. So I said, well, what? It was all nice Chinese people, mainly Americanized people from America who are of Chinese ancestry because they were speaking perfectly fine English. In fact, speaking better English than me. And I said, all right, give me the food that's exactly from your cuisine. I was going to order. I should have ordered what I wanted, but I didn't. I said, I want you to give me what's authentic to your cuisine. So she says, spicy or not spicy? I said, medium. So she brings out food, fish and whatever, in sizzling oil. It was all oil and all hot spices like I've never seen in my life. But I was like in a whacked-out weirdo mood. I never would have eaten it in my regular right mind. I decide to try. It's like a soup bowl full of chili sauce with some fish in it. And I start to eat it, and I accidentally ate a whole pepper. I don't have to tell you what happened after that. Nothing, actually. I ambled back to my apartment before the radio show, and I said, thank God that the radio station has a certain facility not too far from the microphone. And here I sit, from the skunk to Safeway to the tuna to the Szechuan Chinese food to Paul McCartney to Barack Obama to Nero fiddling while Rome burned, asking you a question. What did I see on Monday, May 31st, 2010?
Savage.